Hi guys, join me on this journey as I travel from Mkhonto, also known as Roadtrip in Mpumalanga, the Mpumalanga Province, to Jozini in the northern side of KwaZulu Natal. This drive will take about 2 hours and about 30 minutes. The distance is about 171 kilometers, so it's quite not a long stretch, but quite a drive. But join me as we explore the beautiful landscapes of South Africa, or Rainbow Nation, and as we explore the northern side of KZN that has close ties with the borders of Swaziland as well as Mozambique. So it's going to be quite interesting to see how beautiful our country is as we go and explore Jozini, which, as I said previously, is in the northern side of KwaZulu Natal. Quite a small town, because not a lot of people reside there. But just to tell you more about Jozini, Jozini is a local municipality within the Kude district municipality in the KwaZulu Natal Province of South Africa. Significant proportions of the municipality have been neglected in terms of economic development. There is a great disparity between the level of service and infrastructure provision between settlement nodes such as towns of Mkhuze and Jozini and the surrounding rural areas. Most of the rural area is associated with the lack of development, poverty, and poor service provision. But what Jozini is famous for is the Jozini Dam, and I'm going to tell you more about it as we approach the Jozini area. Or you should know that Jozini is prolifically black residing citizens, and its population is quite small. It's got about plus minus less than 190,000 citizens that are staying there, and it's a very vast area because there are parts that are bougie and there are parts that are really rural. And I will tell you more about Jozini as we approach the area. But now let's talk about Pongola, also known in Zulu as Upongolo. Is a town on the north bank of the Upongolo River in a fertile valley on the N2 near the Lumbombo Mountains in the valleys of Zululand, easily accessible to the Swaziland border post. It was part of the Transvaal panhandle between the Upongolo, Natal and Swaziland, now Eswatini, until 1994 when it was transferred to KwaZulu Natal. The town takes its name from the Upongolo River, which in turn derives its name from the isiZulu word for a barrel. It is a unique and tranquil subtropical environment. It has more than 50 kilometers of sugarcane and subtropical fruit plantations surrounding it. During the depression years of the 1930s, drastic irrigation systems were started in Pongola for sugarcane farms. The town thrived as a result of the canal system and a sugar mill that was built. Today, it is part of the Upongolo local municipality. Pongola Poort Dam and Pongola Game Reserve is to the east. It is the only dam in South Africa where African tigerfish can be caught. Pongola is surrounded by hunting lodges, and several have even the big five. Some farms specialize in biltong hunting and others concentrate on trophy hunting. And now Pongola is home to Tugam Game Farm, Upongolo's oldest game reserve, which one day I do hope to visit. As we are exiting the Pongola area, we are now headed to Jozini, which is roughly about 70 kilometers and would roughly take us about an hour and about 10 minutes to reach there. So we are definitely pushing the driving. And I do believe if we did have our passports, we were going to make a sharp turn round about in a few kilometers ahead to visit the Golela Swaziland border, just to get our passports stamped. As you can see, it is the next turn on my left, but we need to keep going. And bingo, we have reached the Jozini Dam. Now let me tell you all about this Jozini Dam. The Jozini Dam, previously called the Pongola Dam, is built on the Pongola River and was completed in 1974 and covers an area of about 17,000 hectares when the dam levels are at 100%. The dam wall is about 70 meters high and is built across the Pongola River Gorge at the town of Jozini. The dam was originally built to supply water to local farmers on the Makhathini Flats for the cultivation of crops such as sugarcane, maize, and cotton. Now, the Jozini Dam is situated in a beautiful part of the northern KwaZulu Natal on the western side of the Limpopo mountain range in an area categorized by bushveld, wildlife, and subtropical weather. The Jozini Dam is surrounded by a private and provincial game reserve, which have healthy populations of animals and birds. I'm so excited because we have just clocked Jozini. I'm so excited, and I can't wait, guys, to actually step my foot and see these beautiful landscapes as we are driving up the hill and have clocked in Jozini. Now, there's so much that I really wanted to explore in this area, but I want to tell you more about the tourism side of Jozini in just a couple of moments. But all you need to know is that Jozini is rich in wildlife experiences, adventure, and activities of obviously the Zulu cultural offerings. It's also quite vast in its natural beauty. Welcome to Jozini! First time here. So excited. Jozini, guys, so beautiful. Jozini is now a protected breeding area for a host of water birds, mammals, and fish such as the tigerfish. The Pongola Port Gorge is magnificent and worth a visit by boat to explore the inlands and cliffs. There are about 27 species of fish in the Jozini Dam, the most prevalent being the tigerfish, tilapia, barbel, as well as the yellowfish and carp. The Jozini Dam is at the most southern range of the African tiger fish, and with so much space, food, and warm water, the tiger fish populations have grown to the point where Jozini is one of the most popular fishing destinations in South Africa, with catches of tiger fish comparable to the places like the Okavango Delta and the Zambezi River. And now as we enter the Jozini CBD, you can tell by the surroundings and what you're seeing on the screen that this municipality's economy is categorized by a mix of formal and informal sectors, with a strong presence of tourism and agriculture as well and as a significant informal trading sector. Now, the informal economy plays a crucial role in employment and the income generation, especially for the poor. However, the municipality still faces a number of challenges related to poverty, the lack of infrastructure, and the disparity between the level of service provision in the urban areas compared to the rural areas. Now, the informal economy in Jozini is very diverse, ranging from street traders, shebeen owners, to child carriers, as well as domestic workers. It is often characterized by its flexibility, creativity, resilience to absorb shocks, and the ability to adapt to changing external environments. Now, kuyaphandwa la in Sizulu, this refers to somebody that is hustling. And now in this context, I'm referring to trying to make ends meet. Now, as you can tell, it's quite a busy CBD section here that probably is the hub of where they make their living or make their income. Trading is one of the highest informal sectors and income generators in this area. And as you can see, it's not necessarily upmarket, but it is, the hub of where they get their food, shopping, and all of that. But there is a nearby mall that also has quite a number of shops that is much more centralized and is much more secluded from the CBD. But knowing how malls are quite more expensive compared to your informal trading sectors that we just passed by in the CBD. So as we were driving by, we were actually approaching our Airbnb, and we decided to take a quick detour just to see more of this dam, because there is a very beautiful dam, a bridge actually, that shows you the left and the right side of the dam, and it's quite amazing to behold. Now, to tell you more about this Jozini Dam, there is an interesting annual cycle at Jozini, which influences the fishing greatly. Now, in the summer, the Pongola River flows very strongly, fed by rain that's falling on the eastern escarpment, as well as the high veld. Now, Jozini slowly fills up until October, when it is about 15 to 20% of the water in the dam, which is released to flood up the flood plains in the Makatini Flats, where local people rely upon the annual flood to fill the pans with water and fish, and to irrigate their subsistence gardens and small farms. In some areas on the western shore, the dam waters can reduce to about 300 meters and more. Now, from the end of October, the summer rains bring water down to the Pongola River, and the Jozini Dam fills up slowly, usually reaching levels of about 100% by the end of February. All the vegetation which grows on the banks during the period where the dam levels are low is covered with water, feeding the dam and offering a sense of structure for the small fish to hide, and also attracting tiger fish. Now, the aquatic weeds begin to grow again, and by the beginning of March, flooding weeds beds appear in all the shallow areas of Jozini. From November to April, the water is often so dirty, as you have seen in snippets, especially in the northern side of the Jozini Dam, where the Pongola River flows into Jozini. Now, during the summer, the cleanest water can be found in the south of Jozini and in the gorge. When the summer rains end, the water slowly gets cleaner, so clean that you can actually see at the bottom, which goes down up to 5 meters down. Now, during the winter, the aquatic plants can grow very fast in the clean water, forming the weed bed, which are used by water birds and your tilapia, which is eaten by your hippos, and favorite areas for fishermen hunting for tiger fish. Now, that is a mouthful of what I have just told you about Jozini. If I have not convinced you to visit Jozini in this vlog, I don't know what else to say. But we decided to take a quick pit stop to the mall called obviously Jozini Mall to get a change of clothing because we were still in our winter regalia, and we had to change because it was so hot here, because KZN never has winter, which is very, very interesting and quite nice. Now we decided to check into our apartment. I booked this guest house on booking.com, and it is very clean and it's quite nearby, and this is like a commune setup with about 3 rooms, and we were given one of the rooms, which is very presentable and is clean and has all the amenities that you could need. And one thing that I can tell you about this guest house is that I loved how comfortable their beds are, as much as there's no toilet seat on the toilet. It was only for one night, so it sufficed. So I would totally and absolutely recommend Lover's Guest House because once we reached this place, we were so relaxed and decided to chill. Hi guys, hello, it's the one and only Queen Beepa. Welcome back to my channel and a new vlog. It is a travel vlog. Welcome. I know I've not introduced this video, but as you can tell by the snippets that you have seen for the past few minutes, I am in Jozini. I have never been here. I have never looked forward to coming here. It's never been one of my destinations to come here. Jozini, for those of you who don't know, it's in KwaZulu Natal, between the border of Swaziland and Mpumalanga and KZN. So me and the man have never been here. He was the one who was actually looking forward to coming here, but Mina, it's not my cup of tea, but there's nothing wrong in actually exploring a new place. So we are those people that are really spontaneous and live on the edge. So he was working in Roadtrip, and then he suggested that no, because what is this place? Jozini is not far. It's about 100 kilometers, right, from Roadtrip, which is in Mpumalanga. Let's just go and see the place, let's just alleviate ourselves of just saying that we have been there, we have seen it with our own two naked eyes. So hence we are here, and we decided to do just a short trip. We're actually only spending about 24 hours in Jozini, and then tomorrow we're gonna drive, is it up north or southeast, to experience the tropical side, which is an area called St. Lucia. So I think I'm looking forward to that because I love the beach. So here it's like it's a river or a dam, the Jozini River or Dam, I'm not quite sure, but as you have seen snippets before my introduction, that is, I think, the main focal attraction of this area, and it's quite beautiful. It really is beautiful, but I think with thorough and proper planning you can get a very, very nice and much more upmarket bougie accommodation. So because we were doing things chip chap and just wanted to see and tick a box, we came here. Hence we are in Jozini for fun, for leisure. So it's quite peaceful, very quiet, and I think it's also a good area for investment for those of you who have a great foresight for growth in a potential area. I think it's quite a remarkable place. I see potential in it. I know it might be a bit semi-rural or one of those rural settlements, but for me, I do actually see potential in this place. I have shown you the room of which we booked just a mediocre average room because it's just one night, and I don't think you should splurge money for one night. Hell no. So yeah, it's a very average place, clean. That's all I look for in accommodation, clean and presentable. That is all I look for. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I was just introducing this Jozini vlog, and I do hope you enjoy. Don't forget to like, comment, and definitely subscribe to my channel. We are on the way to 10k followers. We are currently on 5 point something followers, and yeah, I don't have a specific date for when I want to reach 10K, but God willing, whatever that happens within the course of the year, I'll be so grateful for you. If you have been enjoying and watching my content, I know I've been MIA. It's because I have been in such a dinge of a content stuck mode creator kind of era, but I will get out of the ditch. I'm just trying to figure out what direction I want my channel to go into, because a lot of things have changed on this channel, and the last thing that I posted was my grandmother's funeral, and that also has just had some kind of a damper on my mood, and for me to vlog. But nonetheless, I wanted to come here and pop some MCC, but somebody beat me to it. You'll just hear the sound of a pop and know that it's time to pop my bottle, pop my champagne, honey. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, and cheers to more travel content. That is one thing I'm not gonna leave for this channel. We are definitely doing a lot of travel content nationally and internationally for places that people don't know and places that people are, you know, exploring and want to actually want to venture in traveling to. So we are in Jozini, and I do hope you really enjoy this content, and I can't wait to shoot more content, more travel content, because there are, I think, about 2 areas. How many places are we traveling to internationally? 3, ne? 3. Okay, I will not reveal it now. Thanks, babe. I will not reveal it now. I'll reveal it in a couple of months as I'm preparing to go to that trip. Oh God, I've been talking for 5 minutes. That's a lot. But yeah, guys, cheers. Thank you for joining me on this travel journey, and I do hope you enjoy this content. Don't forget to do the norm, all right? And cheers to us exploring is it southern side of KZN? Northern side. It's the northern side of KZN. I have been to quite a number of areas in KZN. Even on this vlog, I've shared with you where I've been. So yeah, let's see Jozini. Tomorrow we are going to St. Lucia, and I'll give you an update as the trip unfolds. But for now, cheers and enjoy. Ciao, ciao. Ciao, ciao.